Good morning, Bobcats, and happy Friday, the last Friday before spring break. Welcome to Wbls Morning News. Thank you so much for joining me on this beautiful day. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Bobcats, and you may be seated. Today is Friday, March the 12th of 2021, and it is Special Area Day 4. That's Special Area Day 4. We want to wish all these Bobcats a very happy birthday. Chloe Darling in kindergarten, what a sweet name is that, and a sweet girl. It's your birthday today. Happy birthday, Chloe. Also, Miss O'Neill, one of our amazing guidance counselors, it's your birthday today. Happy birthday. If you see Miss O'Neill out and about today, please make sure and wish her a happy birthday. Tomorrow, Hayden Kempley in first grade, it's going to be your birthday, Hayden. We all wish you a very happy birthday. And on Sunday, Ethan Certain in 5th grade and Bauer Grennan in kindergarten, so both extremes, they're going to be celebrating their birthdays. We couldn't miss out on wishing our sweet 2nd grade teacher, Miss Damron, a happy birthday on Sunday. I know she will be doing something fabulously fun. If you see her, give her a wave, air hug, and wish her a very happy birthday. And then another special lady, Miss Frederick, our reading coach extraordinaire, she's going to be celebrating her birthday, excuse me. Now, if you have a birthday sometime during spring break, we will make sure to announce those when we get back. But we want to make sure and wish you a happy day to all of you. Listen, guys, today is an exciting day at Buckley. You can just feel it, and children are not even here yet. Or when you're watching this, they will be here. So, because you all love your school so much, we reached our goal of $27,000 to make improvements at our school. But we didn't stop there, guys. We kept going because we're not just average. We kept going, and we reached $30,000 and met the principal's challenge. We're probably over that today. We saw Mr. Lassiter yesterday lose most of his beard. Most of it, he just left a little bit. Maybe, I don't know. He may decide he likes it like that. We'll have to see. And today at 1:15 in the Buckley cafeteria, Mr. Millard will not just lose most of his hair, he will lose all of his hair. It will be on Facebook Live for those of you who are at home. And then Miss Young will film it. I will send it out immediately through a link, teachers and staff, to you so that you can watch it immediately, and so that everybody at school can watch it. If you see Mr. Lassiter or Mr. Millard today, give them a great big high five in the air, an air hug, a little heart. Tell them thank you for loving our school this much to do something that got kids so excited. Also, I would like to put in a legal disclaimer. This was not Miss Young's idea. I repeat, this was not Miss Young's idea. This was not Cookie Dough's idea. These fine gentlemen came to Miss Young and said, Miss Young, this is what I want to do to get kids excited. So do not be upset at Miss Young. It was their choice, and we're going to support them, and it's going to be a great day. But make sure you tell them thank you. That is certainly going above and beyond for our school. Here's a joke to tickle your funny bone this morning, a real quick one from a 2nd grader. What do you call a funny mountain? Hill. Hilarious, like a hill. Okay, here's a few in the spirit of today. The bald guy said to his barber, I'd like a haircut, please. And the barber replied, which one? Because he didn't have any. You're so bald, I can see what's on your mind. You're so bald, when you take a shower, you get brainwashed. There's a few bald jokes for you, Mr. Millard. Hey, let's check out what's cooking today in the Bucklake cafeteria. Here's the menu for this Friday afternoon. It's going to be cheeseburgers. You can't go wrong with that. Cheeseburgers, cucumbers, grape tomatoes, assorted fruit. You're going to get your choice of white chocolate or strawberry milk. Make sure and give all of our cafeterias an extra great big thank you today. And we hope all of our support staff enjoys their week off next week as well. Let's take a look at our weather forecast for this fabulous Friday. Simply said, gorgeous. That's what our forecast is. It's gorgeous. The high will be 81 with a low of 52 and sunny skies all day long. It looks to be beautiful weather for the weekend and into next week. Enjoy every moment. There might be some rain showing up next week, but we're not going to focus on that. Hey, teachers and staff, make sure and send all those pictures that you may have been waiting to send. Send those to Miss Ryan by the end of today, because she is probably going to be sitting out by her pool working on the yearbook sometime or a lot of time over spring break. So great big thank you to Miss Ryan. Students, one last call. You know Miss Ryan is looking for pictures of you doing extracurricular activities. That's anything outside of school. And so if you'll send those to her, she's going to have a special page for that. I want to welcome in Miss Molinax for one last special talk about Wellness Week. Thank you, Miss O'Neill and Miss Molinax, for this. And then she's going to go straight in to our terrific hits for this week.
Happy Friday, Bobcats. I am here to share our terrific hits for the week. And we're going to get started with Chase Wilson Dunn from Mrs. Darden's room. And this says, Chase Wilson is an amazing student and friend. He is a hard worker, always giving his best effort. He is a leader and a go-getter, and I am so proud of him. Good job. All right, next up we have Isaiah Smith from Mrs. Duclos' room. And this says, Isaiah is becoming a wonderful reader. He loves to find a good book and read. He is also a kind friend, a good helper, and a hard worker. Way to go, Isaiah. All right, next up from Mrs. Huggins' class is Andrew Stewart. And this says, this week our terrific kid is Andrew. He joined our class from Digital Academy earlier this year, and we are so happy to have him in our class family. Andrew is a fantastic reader and a kind friend. He loves to learn, and he's very creative. Keep up the great work. All right, next up is Max Nelson from Mrs. McDermott's room, and this says, Max is a hard worker, a kind friend, and always has a positive attitude. Good job, Max. All right, next up is Sebastian Obos from Mrs. Parrott's room, and this says, Sebastian is a super student and an amazing friend to others. He is also our class scientist. Awesome. All right, up next is Andreas from Mrs. Braswell's room, and this says, Andreas is a smart boy. He learns new things every week and always makes good grades. He is a nice person and is very helpful. Great job. All right, we have Logan Eisenhower from Mrs. Convertini's room, and this says, Logan has been working hard to master the first grade benchmarks. He's kind and a great friend to others. Keep up the good work, Logan. All right, next is Hayden Kempley from Mrs. McLeod's room. Hayden is a delightful student. She always follows our classroom rules. She is very polite and kind to everyone. Keep it up, Hayden. Next, we have Aubrey Floyd from Mrs. Oschlager's room. And this says, Aubrey is our terrific kid this week because she has been working extra hard on her reading and is making good progress. We are proud of her. Good job, Aubrey. All right, next is Nathan Mcdole from Ms. Brittle's room. And this says, Nathan was chosen as our terrific kid. We're so proud of him. Nathan has been working hard on showing perfect Bobcat behavior. Keep up the wonderful work. Proud of you, Nathan. All right, next from Ms. Dameron's room is Evan DeRose. And this says, Evan had a great week. He is a hard worker who always tries his best. Evan is always kind and helpful to his classmates. And this says, Mrs. Dameron is so proud of you, Evan. All right, next up is Chandler Cohert, and he is in Mrs. Davis's room. Chandler worked very hard to be our next terrific kid. He had a great week full of good choices. I am so proud of all of his efforts. Way to go, Chandler. You are terrific. All right, up next is Aiden Swope from Mr. Griffith's room. And this says, our class voted Aiden to be our terrific kid for the week. His classmates say that Aiden is a hard worker and a great friend. Super job, Aiden. All right, from Mrs. Reddick's class, we have Janita Tamang, and this says Janita is a hardworking student. She completes all of her work on time, and she stays focused on whatever we're doing. Janita is a pleasure to have in class. Good job, Janita. All right, next we have Alexis Peterson from Mrs. Register's room, and this says Alexis comes to school every day with a smile on her face. She is eager to learn and has excellent participation in class. She is kind and helpful to her classmates, and we are so proud of her. Good job, Alexis. Right, up next from Mrs. Connor's class is Lily Kitchens, and this says Lily is our terrific kid. She has shown so much responsibility and has done a fabulous job putting effort into her learning. Keep up the great work. All right, also from Mrs. Connor's room is Henry Klein, and this says Henry is our terrific kid. He has gone above and beyond to follow directions in the classroom, and it says Mrs. Connor is proud of him for staying on top of his assignments. Keep it up, Henry. Good job. All right, we have Gavin Anderson from Mrs. Duricky's class, and this says Gavin is an amazing kid. He never gives up and always makes the wisest decisions. He has a brilliant mind, and he pushes himself to the next level. Keep it up, Gavin. Awesome. All right, and up next we have Lily Armit from Mrs. Craven's room. And this says Lily is a creative, passionate, and sweet student. She works very hard on every assignment and strives for perfection. She also has multiple classroom jobs because she is such an amazing helper. Keep it up, Lily. All right, next up, we have Joshua Baker from Mrs. Wells, Ms. Ganaway's class, and this says, Joshua is a kind friend to everyone in his class, a hard worker, and a fabulous lunchroom door holder. His sweetness brightens up the room. Great job, Joshua. And last today, we have Jacob Fordham from Mr. Lassiter's class, and this says, Jacob pushes himself and others to their greatest academic potential every day. He shines bright in the classroom like the sun's rays. Jacob is always quick to participate, which is why this week he is our terrific kid. Hooray! All right. What a great group of terrific kids to finish out the week. Bobcats, I hope you have a wonderful spring break, and we will see you back after that with more terrific kids. Good morning. For this last day of Wellness Week, I want to talk a little bit about tips and strategies to help with calming and cooling your bodies and minds when you might be feeling a little anxious or overwhelmed. Learning to be more aware of the things or triggers that make you feel stressed, as well as knowing how your bodies and minds tend to react to those feelings, can really help you understand when you need to try a stress relieving technique or a cool down strategy. When you feel those anxious or overwhelmed feelings start to build, try taking slow, deep breaths and maybe counting silently to yourself. Picture a balloon filling up in your lungs and then slowly let it out. You might notice that your body starts to relax a little bit when you try deep breathing like that. Listening to music that makes you happy, going outside, going for a walk, even playing with a pet if you have one, those are all things that can help to get your mind off of what might be making you feel stressful and help you to feel good. Sometimes people also do things like work on a puzzle, build things with Legos, drawing. Those are things that also can take your mind off of stressful things. All of those strategies are good things to try. And as I mentioned before, Bobcats, the key is figuring out what works for you. Will all of these different strategies work every time? No, but at least it gives you something to try. Lastly, I want you to remember that you have many people in your life that care about you. Your families, your teachers, your friends. You have a lot of people in your life. Talking things out when you feel upset or overwhelmed can really, really help. And Bobcats, I hope that if there's ever a situation or if you have feelings that are getting in the way of your learning, your friendships, your everyday habits, I hope that you'll find someone to talk to and ask for a little bit of help, okay? We are here for you, Bobcats. I want you to have a wonderful spring break. Stay well, and we'll see you back here soon.
Thank you, Miss Mullinax. We have the most terrific kids of all terrific kids in the world. We want to wish all of our Buck Lake family a happy spring break. We want you to be safe. I encourage you to grab a book to take wherever you may be going. If you're staying at home, go someplace in your imagination through that book. Try and limit that technology. You know what? Years from now, you won't ever remember that text you sent. You won't ever remember that YouTube video you watched, but you will remember the time that you spent with other people. So I challenge you to do that. Remember to purr. That's all for today, Bobcats. Remember to purr. Be prepared. Be upstanding. Be responsible. And be respectful citizens. And in case we don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Cookie Dough says goodbye.